Thanks again for stopping by, everybody. This is Budget Wine with Bacchus Bruce. Really pleased to have you here this evening. Have a good-looking food and wine pairing. This is the 2012 Chateau Arnaucosse coming out of Bordeaux, France. $5.99 at the grocery outlet Hayward. Really good value. Really excited about it. And have some Filipino food tonight to try. So this is the famous pork adobo over here on my right. National dish. And then this is the taro leaf done with coconut milk and a little bit of a shrimp stock. This is called laing. Both of them look really terrific. I'm really excited to try them with the wine here. So we were talking briefly about the wine and how 2012 was really a very tough vintage. A lot of adverse weather, difficult harvesting conditions, and really tough to make good wine in Bordeaux for this particular year. So let's quickly revisit the wine and just confirm what we tasted in the tasting portion. And the first thing that you notice is that it's just kind of thin. Really no tannic structure to speak of at all. Really soft. Approachable, easy drinking. 6 years down the road, certainly maybe a little softening of tannins, but I have a feeling there really wasn't much tannic structure to begin with. When you're harvesting during rainstorms that apparently were just unrelenting, there's really no good time to harvest. You're just going to have wet fruit, and that can lead to all sorts of difficult situations, and you just have to do what you can, because farming is farming, and you're at the whims of Mother Nature. So, but a very serviceable wine for $5.99. So do make sure you take a look at the wine tasting, because a lot of interesting backstory with this particular wine. So this is coming out of, the food is coming out of a restaurant called Nayang Filipino, which is over in Union City, a little bit down the road on Whipple, and have a couple really kind of traditional dishes. So this is the pork adobo on my right, kind of like the national dish, if you will. And then this is called liang, which is a dish that sautés taro leaves in coconut milk with a little bit of shrimp stock. Looks terrific. Looks kind of like it's got a lot of kind of chalkiness, which should really work well with the wine. So if you are not familiar with adobo, the dish is essentially marinated. The meat's marinated in kind of soy sauce with rice wine vinegar, and then a little bit of water as well. And then you essentially cook the meat through with the same sauce, adding spices, bay leaf, other things. And it's just something you see all throughout the Philippines, and really excited to try it. Have a lot of Filipino friends, and always love to try new stuff. So let's go ahead and see what we have on this beautiful pork adobo. You can see a lot of chunks of fat through there, which looks really terrific. As you can see, there is a wonderful sauce that comes from the soy and the rice wine vinegar. And the meat is just fabulous. The soy gives it a touch of sweetness, but it is definitely fork tender and has a lot of wonderful flavor. Really delicious. Really excited about it. So let's see how it works with the wine here. And what it does is it kind of gives the wine a little bit more structure, allows a little bit more of the fruit to come through. Really didn't kind of get any of that trying it by itself. So the magic of food and wine pairing really kind of shining through on this one. Gives the wine a lot more dimension, a lot more depth, and really a lot more flavor. So fabulous stuff. So the taro leaf with coconut, as you can imagine, is going to be predictably sweet, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe this might be a better dish for white wine, but we'll find out. Really kind of deep flavors, kind of reminiscent of the bitter greens like kale or Swiss chard. Coconut milk, of course, does give it a sweetness, and the shrimp gives it a nice kind of different angle. Really fabulous dish, super flavorful. Really a lot of different layers. And let's see how that works with the wine here. And the again, the kind of the chalkiness of the bitter greens really does well, kind of brings out the tannin structure a little bit more in the wine. So this is why we do food and wine pairings, because you really run into unexpected balances that you would have never known. So really terrific food. So wonderful stuff. Thanks for stopping by. This is the 2012 Chateau Arnaucosse coming out of Bordeaux, France, in the pork adobo and the Lyon taro leaf with coconut, coming out of the Nayang Filipino restaurant here in nearby Union City. So thanks again for stopping by. Bacchus Bruce with budget wine and food and wine pairing. And we'll see you next time, and have a wonderful rest of your day.